GM. So trade of the day, I'm going to look at Akash, AKT. If you remember back after the Bitcoin ETF sell-off, I think we got one of the best opportunities for Akash that you could possibly find, because there was a disparity between AI and Bitcoin. Right, Nvidia was making new all-time highs, while Akash was getting pulled down into support, which is this blue box, daily support. The 3 support levels I marked here in blue. I'll take the other ones off and clean this up a bit. And path 2 and path 3 are now invalidated. And at that time, I bought Akash firstly because you want to buy spot when there's a correction. So we got a 35% correction, which is good. I also felt that whenever Bitcoin would find a bottom, AI would rally hardest, because Nvidia at this time, which is kind of the main stock for the whole AI category, was just ripping higher. And I felt like the drawdown on AI coins was based upon Bitcoin, not AI itself. And so I bought some, about 240. I didn't buy as much as I was going to. I still have some allocated that I would like to get more of. But I bought the dip. That was the most important thing initially. And from there, I was wanting to see how price moved. We've basically got a really, really, really solid under over, which is now completed. There you see the midpoint. So there was the last daily high before the breakdown. There's your left shoulder. There's your head. We pushed up. We market structure break, which is bullish. We pulled back into a nice consolidation, put the right shoulder in. We've moved up, closed above the black line, which was the original MSB level. And now basically above $3, I think AKT goes for a breakout to new highs. And whether it follows this path, that was just a random squiggle. The idea was that if that's it, then that's it. The bottom's in. So if that is the case, and we've had a pretty significant cool off, about a month, so that's plenty of time in a bullish uptrend. Go to the weekly, like on every time frame, AKT's rock solid. Weekly pulled back into the bands, held, it's holding strong. I wouldn't be surprised now to see a big move in Akash up towards $5-6. And I think if that does happen, I think then you'll probably see some kind of significant correction back towards this level. And then the final run into its blow off top, whenever that is, going into next year or later this year. That's one path I'm looking at. So for me, I've got all the AKT I want for now. I could buy more right here, but I would actually rather see it go higher and prove that there is a strong breakout coming, and then see where the next correction comes to. There will eventually be a correction, but for now, I've got a decent sized bag of it. It's a good part of my spot portfolio. I'm happy with it. To me, it's the strongest chart in the whole market. It's not the chart that's pumping the most, but the fact that it's moving up, consolidate, moving up, consolidate, moving up, consolidate. It's not showing blow off tops. It's not doing these kind of 5-week pumps that fully retrace. It's literally just up, consolidate, 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 hugging the bands. Really strong. And this next weekly is very important, right? Because you see that we closed one weekly above this $3 level, or this $2.90, then a few below it. This next one, especially if we close above $3 this week, that will be the highest weekly close for AKT in this bull market. And then when you look at the Bitcoin chart, it's really good, because Bitcoin has been outperforming. So AKT would be underperforming generally, you would expect. But no, it's been super strong. Just holding up at this level and consolidating really nicely up at the highs. So that's promising too. AKT to Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin goes on a massive pump and AKT goes sideways, this chart will go down. But that's still, if that happens, I don't know which video it was on. It might have been a weekly video or a monthly one. If Akash, AKT Bitcoin, if that goes down, but Bitcoin's going up, that's good. Because it just means Bitcoin's outperforming. And so this is a strong chart. AKT's been in an uptrend against Bitcoin since May 23. So that's why you want to own an altcoin. You want to own an altcoin because it's gone up more than Bitcoin. That's what this chart means. So for me, it's very strong. It's very good. It's the number one AI coin, in my opinion. I don't think it will always be that. I think that first you have the infrastructure plays, which is what AKT is, right? It's the decentralized compute, and it's a way to rent GPU power and all that kind of stuff. I think when we go later 24 into 25, I think the big winning AI projects will be apps. So an actual app, just imagine ChatGPT, but in crypto. It doesn't have to be a chatbot, but it can be any app that leverages AI where people just, it gets viral. I think they'll be the big winners, and probably they don't even exist yet. But until then, infrastructure is the play. To me, AKT is like the equivalent of NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA make GPUs. AKT give you access to GPUs. So you can buy them from NVIDIA, you can rent them off AKT. They're not an exact comparison, but it's the best way of viewing it. It's not an AI app, right? There's a bunch of projects out there that are crypto AI apps where it's like we have a chatbot or we have a AI trading bots and AI this, AI that. They're all separate and they're all great. They can be fine. I don't see anything that really catch my eye yet, but to me, I think AKT is just rock solid. Now, exit plans for AKT, price is okay, but I don't. The only price I'm targeting is all time high. I think it does get to all time high eventually. The main thing I'll be looking at for Akash is liquidity. So Binance listing, Coinbase listing, that kind of stuff. Depending on when that comes, will be an indication of when I should sell some. If we get a Binance listing right now, I wouldn't sell any because it's early and it needs the liquidity. It might mark a local top, it might sell off a bit, but those are important listings. That's to get AKT supply spread out, get more liquidity. So you're not just trading, under 10 million, you can trade 100 million a day, which is a big difference. And that's how you get it to that next level. Because right now, AKT is very illiquid. On a good day, it trades about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million. That's not a lot when you compare it to some other projects. And that means that some of the big traders, the big market makers, the big institutions, crypto-based or even TradFi-based, they can't really get involved. It's not liquid enough. It's very hard. If you try and fill a big order on AKT at these prices, you're going to move the market a lot. So it's quite inefficient. If you get Binance and you get perpetuals and all that kind of stuff, makes it a lot more liquid. So yes, on one hand, the Binance listing is always used by some OG holders to exit into new buyers. But that's, if it's early in the cycle, that's usually like a local top, not the top. And just go back and look at here was Chainlink when it first launched on Binance. Right? So you go all the way back to its Binance listing. And what did price do? It went down, right? Chainlink launched on Binance, down, quick pump, and then boom, 38%. That was a big sell-off. Then went sideways for a few weeks. Then did that. And that wasn't it. Then did that. And then did this. So yeah, the Binance listing is not the top. It's always time dependent. Now, if AKT doesn't list on Binance until the end of this year and prices at all-time highs, and it's at $12 or $13 and it's in late 24, early 25, and then it lists on Binance, that's probably the top. So it's always about when does it happen. That's the more important thing. So just a quick update on AKT. Looks very good. Not much I can really say here. Really hard to fault this. It just keeps being strong. It keeps being one of the best coins in the market. And I could see possibly like a ascending triangle starting to form here, where it pushes into the highs, pulls back, push into the highs. That could be one of those bigger breakouts if it does. So if it pushes up, rejects, watch for it to push up again, and that could be the breakout. So that's it. GM. See you later on the live stream. Casual Fridays, 5 p.m. UTC.